What it do?
Some
What
stuff
it do? What
going
it
on.
do? Welcome to our world, man. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. I know it's a
Hey,
couple
where
minutes
y'all at?
on time, but come on in. So listen, kind cold
Yeah.
the re-up.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Robbie Khan
Re-up.
present.
Re-up was we was talking about skimming, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, come on in. Come on in our world. Salaam Meech. We was talking about skimming. We gave up the
Yeah.
definition for skimming, right? And we
Right.
said that it's a
Alaikum
cat
salam wa
that
rahmatullah.
ain't paying attention. He's sleepwalking on the songs, on the lyrics of the song, right?
Right.
He was going in on whether it's sanctioned or not. Uh, it damn near came to the same conclusion as feelings is to each his own. What level to get paid on as we should spectate these people. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm gonna say this here, right? Because I ain't really touch it up. I think for the people like us who really, rap heads to the extent we always followed rap from day one. We
Yeah.
always tried to learn the lyrics of the songs and rehearse them and all. I'm talking about since way back when the first raps was made.
Right.
I
Right.
believe them guys don't have a right to skim. They can't skim.
No.
Yeah, but I think regular is there's a lot of different type people now who are fans of hip hop, and
Right.
they may don't even really know what a guy's saying when they saying it. But I
Right.
like Young
Right.
Thug, I like
Right.
Drake, Future, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like
Right. You're right. You're right.
it don't have no street background. They don't really know what they saying.
Yeah,
And
because like, yeah,
go
all
ahead, I'm
right.
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, right. Yeah, let me cut you in right here one time. Yeah, because we talk about this a lot, shit. The hip hop world then grew expansively.
Right,
I mean, it multiplied like, and you got way more not street orientated people. I'm sorry, you got less street orientated people and more of the L7 people, a little like, we say weirdos. They don't really know what's going on
right,
as far as in the street. And a lot of rappers are talking street talk, and people on the opposite side of the fence is gravitating. And they don't really know what they're listening to and what's being said.
right,
So they're skimming key points, some key
right.
components, and that's what's. I like to hold on to that. Tell you the truth, personally, shit, because me holding on to that is me really holding on to our culture,
Right.
because we give it away freely, man. We give our thing away for
So
free.
so hold on. Let me follow. You saying you want them to skim in a sense.
Yes and no.
The
Yes and
yes
no. Like
part
it's
is
a
hold
fine
on to the
line.
culture, right?
Yeah.
What's the no part?
No part because that's whack. When a that's whack when a when a paid artist is not given 100 at least 100%.
Right.
He falling short the 80%. That means he paying $1 and only getting 80% effort. That's robbery, man. That ain't fair exchange.
No, you talking about? I'm talking about the skimming part, not the filling
The
part.
skimming part is for the buyer.
Right.
That's the part of the culture. So people spend
Oh,
their
I get it.
money and they skimming, and the rappers talking stuff over their head, and they might be a little L7 in the box. I mean, they might not be in the street, know all the real terminology, know how to inside detail to get,
Right.
and they spend their money for it.
Right.
I mean, I ain't really mad at that.
Gotcha.
I'm mad at that. I'm mad at the artist for not giving his all. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. But but what if it's this what I'm saying? What if the artist is giving his all and the listener ain't giving his all listen and he slight the artist by skimming?
Who the pressure is on when that happens?
Say it again.
Who the, who has the pressure when that takes place?
That's what I'm asking you. What you think? What you think the turnout of that is? Because what can potentially happen when somebody skim is they don't buy, so it affects business. They might say this guy whack and he probably be murdered, but they're skimming.
Oh, you talking about that way of skimming?
Yeah, they
All
skimming.
right, well, no, that's two different kinds of skimming. That's a person who's in the hip hop, might be hip hop head. It's some real heavyweight stuff on the radio or on whatever he's listening to. He's somewhere, I mean, with his finger up his nose or something. You know what I'm saying? And some heat being spoken. Versus L7 in the box guy, some heat being spoken to him. He's
Oh, they the
zoned all the
left
way
in.
in
Right.
and everything flying over his head. So I see what you're saying. So for the guy that know hip hop, he's not tuned in. He's skimming in a way that's really he he
Oh,
probably
they
ain't
go.
gonna
Son,
pay
I
for it
see.
like you said. He probably not gonna pay for nothing like you said because he ain't getting a real message. And the other person skimming gonna pay for it and they ain't getting a real message. That's a lose on both ends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This why I say that. Right now, I'm gonna go all the way in. So it seems like we talking at skimming or talking down on skimming, or we're saying skimming ain't cool, right? Correct? Is that what we agree on?
I'm saying, I'm gonna be real clear.
Right,
You are
right.
a
So we
buyer
great
of
touch that up, son. We great touch that up.
if you are a hip hop consumer, spend your money how you want to spend your money. Do what you
No,
want
no,
to do
no, no,
with your
no,
money.
no. Stick with me right here, Con.
All right, I'm
Are
trying
we
to keep up.
agreeing in general that skimming ain't a good act to do?
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
What I'm saying is I'm putting the pressure on the artist, not the not the use feelings. If a consumer don't have a keen enough ear, and he's still willing to spend his money, he's not getting that all the way
Oh,
understanding.
now watch this. What I get ready to go on. This
All right, come on,
is
go
saying
on.
this. I'm twice. I think guys hear you
Right,
that come from we seasoned hip hop heads and we seasoned rap fans and we know the ins and outs, ups and downs of rap.
right.
I think we be skimming for some reason on some of these young bucks, the new artists and the new genre, and we don't be giving them their rightful due sometime. That's what I feel like.
You know what it might be? And I'm a camera around that a
Yeah,
little bit. But I don't really think it be skimming. I think a lot of us older guys don't give them a listen.
that's skimming. You talking
No,
about not
no,
giving
that
them a
ain't,
listen?
no. Skimming is listening and not paying attention to what you're listening to. I'm talking about not even turning it on, not even going into.
No, no. How can a person, and you're really doing them some injustice if you're critiquing something you never listened to? That's what type of stuff is that a person do? How you gonna say something corny and now you never even heard it? You never even gave a listen.
How we get the corny? I don't say nobody was
Cause
corny.
I'm saying not you. I'm saying guys like us always tend to discredit the new school rappers.
Well,
And I
well,
say it's because they're skimming. You're saying they not listening at all. That's even deeper. How you gonna discredit something you ain't listened to?
well, that's not. I don't think it's a guy like you. That's definitely not a guy like me. I wouldn't. I couldn't give my opinion on nothing if I ain't never get it a listen. You understand what I'm saying? And if I gave it a listen, I'ma listen. I ain't going to skim. I mean, I might not get the
It's
full
guys
meaning the
like
first
me and you,
time.
Cal. Not saying me and you personally, but have our background, our understanding of rap. They come from our school, and they would go in on the new school saying they whack. because they be skimming. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And then when
Man, a lot of them dudes be hating, Shake.
then I
A lot
pay
of
a
them
good
dudes be
ear
hating,
to them
man.
guys. Sometimes I hear them talking, they be rapping good, but it just be in a different type vibe and flow that we ain't used to.
A lot of them old heads that do that, be hate.
But they
I
hating from
mean,
skimming. You just getting around.
no, I ain't getting them confused, homie. Oh, it's a big difference. If you ain't listening to nothing, and I'm taking what you said and you critiquing it, and you saying they whack from the jump, and you ain't hear one verse,
No,
116.
that's hate. I'm talking about a cat that listen, kind. They hear it and they listen and say, that's
Uh,
whack.
some guys, they skimming, Shake.
That's what I'm saying.
You wasn't being, I wasn't getting you clear, homie.
No, we
You
good. You ain't
wasn't,
in camera. We
I
on
wasn't hearing you
live.
clear.
Yeah, no.
I wasn't
So
hearing you clear.
what's to say about them type dudes? Is that being fair to some of these new school artists that may know how
No,
to rap?
no, no, right? Because who are a person to automatically say somebody whack? I'm gonna use me for example, right?
Right,
When I first heard Baby rap,
right.
I ain't say he was good, bad, right, wrong, but that was early. When I heard him rap on a freestyle Hot 97, I'm like, boy can go. I'm like, he can go.
Right.
Sometimes a lot of guys, young guys, they got that. Their flows be a little extra. How can I say it?
Let's be different.
They got extra flips, extra bit box, and drops. That I'm a
Oh,
'90s
that
guy,
sound beauty.
so it might take me one or two times to listen again, catch exactly everything they saying. So I don't skim. I don't give no opinion until I really hear it clear. You understand? A lot of guys shoot from the hip with their opinion, and that ain't fair. It's
Got you.
not fair.
And that's what I'm
Man,
saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. But I believe I believe that a lot of guys is the reason why a lot of guys from our school tend to not they tend to discredit a lot of the new school. And I think the major reason is because they be skimming. That's the major reason. Because when you do pay and listen to some of these dudes, they pass the mark far as rap. They bars, it be put together tight, it be meaningful. Everything we do would just be a different flow,
I
a
know one
different
thing they
content. They
do.
talking about their life. You know what I mean?
One thing this school do better, they make better music as
Right.
far as the composing, production, background, ad-libbing, all that.
I don't know, but go ahead, keep rap. If y'all don't know, man, we in a big time entertainment hub right now. So there's a lot going on in here while we doing our podcast. You know what I mean? We
Gotta
working.
wait.
We always
That's where you're
working.
gonna be at too. So you know what I mean, get ready.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean,
So just yeah.
niggas
Go ahead.
changed
So
the
what
way
you
they rap
saying,
about
Con?
Friday. Yeah, the rhyme, right? So
You close to a microphone somewhere, Con.
it's like as long as a person,
Or you too close to somebody. Oh, I too close to somebody.
It wasn't doing that at first. Go ahead. Go
all right.
ahead.
So you look right. Bottom line is skimming ain't cool.
That's see now you're
You know what
going
I
in the
mean?
way.
Skimming is not cool. You know what I mean? But it's two different skims. You understand? You got the skimming from a perspective of a listener who know what he's listening to. Then you got a skimming from a listener who ain't really a real corner street go. He might be a college student. He just like the music. So both sides ain't cool because they gotta know what to listen to. Don't even pay no, don't even listen at all. Go listen to rock and roll shit.
Right. Well, listen. Real quick, I'm gonna encourage people to know what that wasn't doing that the whole time. And it ain't coming through neither one of our phones. That's outside the phones. Listen, right now I'm gonna encourage everybody to stop skimming because y'all doing yourselves a great injustice when it comes to this rap music, this hip hop. Now, cold beverage. A young guy of Caucasian descent drives 3 hours to a supermarket in Buffalo and shoots the supermarket up, predominantly black, kills 10 black people, right? A massive shooting. It's obvious and clear that it was race driven, but now his family is trying to push a narrative and that this guy's under mental stress, schizophrenic and all this due to the pandemic and being isolated for time and all the different things and stresses that had to do with the pandemic. They're trying to pass off justification for this hate crime. Right? It's a crazy happening. We see this all the time, right? This sort of injustice they try to pull off. They only try to pull it off, in my opinion, because they start off believing they're going to get away with it because their people already have some understanding that this is cool with them to do to us. And I honestly believe that if you go back in history, when the whole conglomerate of them really felt justified to chase one of us down and lynch us in public and all that other crap, I don't think the mindsets have changed. So what are your sentiments, Robbie Khan, and everybody else as it relates to this heinous act that this man did, man? Killed 10 of us, man, randomly, people, moms and all that in the supermarket. Black people, it's not cool. And I'm going to get to the next part of the cold beverage after this. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. You know, here me with my Malcolm X John, man.
Right.
Like, nothing. I ain't promoting nothing. They like keep inciting stuff. Understand? Yeah. Try to break my mind. That, man. That, man. It is.
QB do.
Every time our people make any kind of advancements, they try to grab hold of our success. Watch this. They got everybody fooled about the race. That ain't what it is, Shay. We are all in a race. It ain't that the black race, the white race, the Chinese race, no. We are all people in a race. And the race is to be successful. That's the whole thing you put them on, man. That's why we was locked and bonded, enslaved and whipped and all that. They were trying to be successful. Now the race that we're in, now that everybody's free, and they still playing games to hold you back, games to hold me down, me first, nobody second.
Can I interject right there?
Yeah.
Me and you always talk about this in a deep way over years, and you always express that narrative that it's not a black-white thing, right? And it's just a race of all different ethnicities to the buck to success, right? My question to you now is this: why were we zeroed in on from them throughout the course of the race with all these other ethnicities if it's not a straight
Because,
target of a certain person?
all right, check it out.
Why wasn't the Chinese that they zeroed in on and did all they did to us, or
They
vice
did.
versa? Why?
Check it out. All right, you know, I tell you, some cliches is 100.
Right,
What is the direct root of evil? So they say,
money, the root
right?
of all evil.
Money's the root of all evil, right? My grandmama told me
I
that
think
since
it's
I've been in trouble,
greed.
right?
I think it's greed,
Right?
not money. But go ahead.
All right, well, a more simplistic way is to save money. Because out of greed, out of anything you get with greed, most of you got spend with money, right? All right, now, walk with me one time, though, right?
Right,
You have people who are evil enough to be in the race to hold you back, your mother back, your grandmother back, my mother back, my daughter back, my son back, my grandmother back.
right.
So they mother, brother, and aunts and
Do
cousins
everybody
can
hear
get up
that
first.
background?
You understand?
Everybody on the live, y'all hear this background? Is it too loud?
So everybody want theirs to get up first, man.
Go ahead.
When that happens, that evil comes out, and they call it racism. They call it racism because that's the word they use to make it more simplistic. What it is it's evil holding you back so they can get up first, man. That's all it's about. And every time we get a step up on the ladder, they drag us back down. They've been in position so long, they empowered themselves and insulated themselves with power. And the reason why they attacked us first is because we being from Africa, years ago, we had all the resources, right?
Hey,
We had all the
hey, can
resources,
we
man.
zero in on this guy walking in the market shooting us up, man?
Yeah,
Let's
it's hate
zero
in
in
his
on
blood,
that.
man. Zero on that one time, right? His people have a history of hustle, hatred, long history of it, run deep in their blood. So you know how you got some people who are who have they inherit diabetes. They inherit hatred, man. Because how you inherit something, it ain't got it's in your blood, none of that bull crap they say.
Right.
It's in your household, man. You inherit that stuff in your household. So more than likely, sometimes and one times, if the grandfather's an alcoholic, and you're probably gonna be an alcoholic. So you gotta get to if the grandfather going around shooting his wife with all the weed, shooting his wife with all the talking on the N-word, you're probably gonna be the same way. You know what I'm saying? So and some things that they say are inherited, I think they are learned behaviors
Right.
that are passed down subconsciously. You know what I mean? People don't even know they're being passed down. And of course, there are other things like cancer and stuff like that that you get that naturally come. But them other things, no, man. No, man. That guy, his family probably was doing the same stuff, just like them boys. He took the black boy who was jogging. What's his name? You know what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about?
forget his name, the jogging
Atlanta,
boy.
Georgia was jogging and they shot him. I mean, they all be trying to change the narrative. That's what they do because years ago they got away with that. They ain't gonna get that. That stuff can change.
You nailed it.
That ain't going no more. That's not going on.
You
Check it
nailed
out.
that joint.
Them dudes, that's not gonna happen no more, man. It's not going down no more like that, man. They're gonna be punished for that bull crap, man.
No, peep this, right, Con? I agree. Is the hate is bred.
All right, so let me in a little more than my
They was raised, man, in this
trying to get
hate.
to the point.
You know what my discrepancy is? Why is it so blatantly disregarded, and so to the fact that every time it happens, all of us as a people got to be apprehensive as to whether some justice going to be brought to this cat for an obvious thing that's evil. We got
That's
to
what
be
I'm trying to tell you,
things
Shay.
like, is they going to let him go? Or they going to do it? You know what I mean? That's crazy, man.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. This evil been going on for years. It ain't just starting our generation. It ain't just starting till I got 15 years old. I was being called a nigga by white people when I remember one year my mom took me trick or treating. I'm like 5 years old. I get on the
Hey, real
bus.
quick, nobody ain't, excuse me, I'm sorry, Con. Nobody ain't got nothing to say about this. I
And they
need to
call
hear
me
from
all
y'all
kinds of
too.
shit, man. You understand what I'm
Real
saying?
quick, let me say what my son-in-law said. They're trying to say he went crazy because of COVID. Right, that's what, yeah. That's crazy.
Man, that's BS, man. You understand what I'm saying? Now watch this, see? And what happens if this gets flipped, right? Like I said, I ain't trying to promote nothing, man. But what would happen if a black man did that, ran up in somebody's whatever, somebody, I ain't gonna say, I ain't gonna promote nothing, right? But what you think would happen, man? It'd be fried laid to the side somewhere, man. You know? So like,
Go ahead, I'm listening, Con.
you know it's not right. You know it's a supreme evil is going on. And
Right.
they're insulated because of years of good practice of doing evil crime. They're having evil people in position to keep them insulated from the punishment of the evil crime. So they have judges in this one, and teachers, and policemen in
All
that one,
working together, basically.
all working in conjunction.
That's crazy.
They all on accord. You know what I mean? Now what's happening is we have breaking some of them, we have fractured some of them, we have splintered some of them.
Right.
So now we have to take say it's a fight.
Now listen, real
Check it
quick,
out. It's a
after
fight.
Raheem said the black wouldn't have made it out of there, they would have tore him up there and left him laying there. I agree, Abdurrahim.
Yo, what up,
Was a
homie?
black dude that did that, he wouldn't have walked to that car so peacefully in cuffs, man.
That's what I'm
If it was
saying, right?
vice versa, you hear me?
Yeah, so like we have to do, man, I believe. We have to stay vigilant, meaning stay sharp, stay to the point, stay aware, stay keyed in, and stay woke to the moves, chess moves that these people is making. Don't put yourself in position to get checkmate. You know, because sometimes they, not sometimes, a lot of times they play checkmate, man.
So,
We can't get caught slipping playing checkers. We gotta always be on
and
point.
let me say this and close out off of this. So in essence, you're saying we gotta always play defense. We gonna always be on that side of the coin. That's
No, no,
crazy,
no,
man.
no, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying, Shay. No, I ain't
If
saying
we're
that.
watching for the hook, we're on defense.
No,
We need
no,
some
no,
offense, man.
no. Listen to me, man. You know I talk a little bit shit. What I'm saying is we have to be vigilant. We have to be on point. We have to play offense and shoot our shit in between the shots they shoot. See, you can fight 5 motherfuckers fighting you. You don't got just play defense. Oh, you can shoot shit off too. You can shoot
No,
off too.
I get what you're saying, but that wasn't understood. That wasn't
All right.
implied at first. I didn't hear that at first.
No, I didn't say the first. You ain't say that. So I want you to understand what I'm saying. I ain't gonna do no better for them. We have to take advantage of every opportunity we get. Stack your money. Buy some property. Stay out of the way of these bitch ass cops, these illegal judges. Yeah, I'm saying it. A lot of them be acting like that. I mean, I got harassed by officers of the law, but I ain't do no wrong. And I ain't saying I'm the most clean cut guy in the world. No, I ain't. But I ain't dirty.
Yo, man.
I ain't dirty.
Real quick, let me address this. I didn't know this part. Man, Abdurrahim went on to say he had the gun on a white man in the store, and he said to him, "I'm sorry," and then bent around and continued to look for black people. And they're going to say this ain't race driven. They saying as he was just crazy about some COVID. Why ain't his own then?
Yeah, see, and that's why, man, I ain't apologetic for what I'm saying, man. I'm not apologetic for nothing I'm saying, man. I'm out of here with that, man. I'm out of here with all that, man. That person probably looks just like me.
We really need to get in a better position in this race, man. We need to get in a better position in this race, man. That's my highlighting point. Now, peep game.
My case is keep yourself in a position to be away from danger. Safety first at all times, man. That's my case in point.
All right, listen. Moving on, cold beverage, never cold beverage, right? Lil Meech, Big Meech's son, BMF star, you know what I mean? He's running around doing his thing. He got some light, he got some shine. He's Big Meech's son, Lil Meech.
Can somebody get me one, please?
Can I get you in here? Lil
Yeah, my
Meech
bad. I'm with
was arrested for fraud and grand theft. Right? Fraud and grand theft. And again, you know how they inflate the numbers when it come to us, but they say he's looking at 60-year sentence. Lil Meech, BMF. What's going on with this one? I need to know.
Wow. See, these people, man, they put 10 on 20 a lot of times, so you can't get motivated without raising something, man. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know the inside details. You know what I mean? For real. That's a lot. You know what I mean? I know it means to put more than $10,000 to buy you something. It could have been jewelry, it could have been checks, it could have been a car, well, it wasn't a car, it was an auto. It could have been anything more than $10,000 to buy you a book. Fraud probably was something that was implicit in that. You know what I mean? So he probably did that one crime and one, and they broke it down. You know how they do. They try to scheme and every little thing.
Or he probably ain't do it at all.
No, I'm just all speculative. I ain't putting the blame on nobody, right? So the rumble is the rumble because you have indictment given against you. You have to be positive whether you like to or not. You know what I'm saying? So the fight is with the discovery they have, and I can't really speak on that.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I don't know all that.
My question to you, John, listen, is what lands a guy of that stature or whatever? He's, you know, he moving around. He's an actor, a real prominent actor now. He gained some momentum. He's first off Meech's son. and it appeared that he was in position. He works with 50 Cent, multi-millionaire, he making money. What mistakes lands a person like that even under this type scrutiny? What do you think?
Personally, the police not have all dots
Right.
connected, right? A lot of times they make an arrest, they do that, but they still looking for other evidence. So once again, I don't know the mindset of him. I don't even know the connection with him and his father. I don't even know if they really had a real relationship as far as the way I would conduct a relationship with my son. I don't know how close they was, but now his son is being charged with crimes. So how he got himself in that line? He's being connected. He got movies being pulled this way. Maybe he has an element that we don't know about, Shay. We don't know.
Right.
Because most guys that's walking that straight, narrow path don't get locked up. I mean, there's only some gray areas that we may have checkered past and some things in the past may haunt us. We might be all cleaned up now, but things we did yesterday might be hopeless. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's in that situation. So the hope is that no young man rise, he pushes off the ladder, trying to get to the top of success. So there's no way I'm saying anything negative about Lil Meech. What I'm saying is, now that the indictment has came down, he has to crumble. I don't know what I mean?
Right.
I mean,
Abdurrahim said him and his dad is very close. Yeah, I figured that and knew that too. I knew that they was really
okay,
close.
I mean, well, we make bail. What's the situation like? I don't know what situation is. You still on custody shake?
Yeah, my thing again, man. I'm trying to appeal to the youngins, right? And each and every time, each and every instance like this, to stop making those type decisions that put you under this type scrutiny when you got other successful, you got other legitimate things going your way. It doesn't make common sense to sabotage things that are going well, right, for a mentality, because I can't even say it's for money now, because you're making money somewhere else.
You saying do your best to avoid the interview altogether, right?
Yeah, stop doing that crap, and stop, if you're not doing it, stop affiliating with people doing it. Anything that'll get you close to this type of action, I mean, come on, man. You're on TV. You're an actor. You're a star.
What I'm saying is he's a star now. He wasn't a star 2 years ago. He wasn't a star a year and a half ago.
Right.
Right? We don't know what he was doing back then. A lot of times, coming from the trash can, I don't know what kind of relationship they had. They said him and his dad got a good relationship. How long has dad been in jail now? So you know off top?
Meech been down for how long Big Meech been locked up? Anybody
About a
know?
dime, right? Big Meech is a dime, right?
About a dime?
That's a dime.
Little,
What, 8 years?
oh, he
It was
been
more
locked
than
up
a
way
dime,
more
right?
than a dime.
It was more than a dime, right? And how old is Lil Meech?
Damn near 20? Yeah, been
He
damn
got
near
12
20.
years? Oh, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
right?
Right.
Yeah, right? How old is Lil Meech? Come on, man.
Little Meech a buck.
Man, how old is he?
Yeah, he's a baby when he fell. He was like,
Yes,
thanks out
he's
walking and all
25.
that
Let me,
type vibe.
no, but give me a number so I can say what I'm
I
trying to say.
forget, but I want to speculate 20 something, 22, 20. He not that
But,
old, guy.
but check it out. But him and his dad got 3 or 4 years out on the street
I'll
together,
push
right?
it to maybe 5.
5 years in the street. So he really don't know his dad from street level.
Right.
While he's out here. He got all phone love and visit love. Sure, they close, they ain't no real direction. You understand what I'm trying to say? And the money he had when he only experienced that for 5 years, shit. That man was hungry by his whole life with his mom and dad paying all kind of crazy lawyer fees, that stuff. That money got ate up, man. So I don't know what his past is like. Understand what I'm saying?
I need our
So,
youth to start making wiser decisions and start, ducking all this type stuff once you start getting on board, man. You know what I mean? I keep saying it, man. Now, Con, let me ask you something, man. To be
it's
geographic,
2017.
right?
Yeah.
Call me in the religion, or to be attached and fanatical about a certain area you was brought up at, or a certain gang, or a certain affiliation to a certain geographic demographic, right?
Right.
A lot of us were born and raised with that instilled in us, deep rooted, to the point
Right.
where we still carry it now. It's just like deep rooted.
Right.
My question to you is that cool? Is it not? What's the pros and cons of being geographic?
Donut, what's up, homie? Hold on, Shake. What's up, Donut? Yeah, I see you out there, homie. Yeah, go ahead, Shake. My bad.
Yeah, I see you too, track team. What's up, what's the pros and cons of being geographic?
All right, look, right. I'm going in the deep end of this right here, Shake. This is what it is, right? And I think we touched on this a little while back, 24 hours ago.
Right.
This world we live in is really built of two things, man. That's
We maintaining,
nature.
man, trying to
Check it
uplift
out.
the culture and get some paper while we at it, track team.
Check it out, right? We got nature and nurture. And we are the most sophisticated of lost creatures. But we are placed in the place that we had to survive. That came with nature. We had to naturally learn how to hunt for food. And doing that hunting for food, we had to naturally carve out a space of territory that we was geographically designed for us and ours to hunt. Just like the lions, just like the cheetahs, just like the
I
wolves.
honestly don't think our geographic go that deep. I think it's a bunch of BSGS.
Let me
Go
answer, Shay.
ahead.
Let me answer, we shoot you down, homie. Man, but you answer the question. Let me shoot you down then.
No, go
You answer the
ahead.
question,
Shoot.
right? So it's complex as I'm taking it. That's where it starts from.
Right.
Then it builds all the way up into a person defending a corner that don't belong to them. Because that's where they hunting at. That's where they eating at. That's where they killing at. And that's where the ignorance is at. The mindset that comes from way back, having one, having a multiple of kids, having one loaf of bread. and grandma making a Thanksgiving dinner out of that. You understand what I'm saying? It's not enough. And naturally, you're going to go out and get some more. So you in the house, you hungry. Anybody come in your neighborhood that's not from your neighborhood, you getting some money, it might be taking, you might be outside washing cars in your neighborhood. Then somebody outside your neighborhood start washing cars down the street. They're taking your business. Or somebody out in your neighborhood, and it gets so ignorant as men will defend women from a certain neighborhood. As other men can't date a woman, a young lady, because she from this neighborhood, and a young man come to court her, he might get harassed going to date the girl.
Right.
Because he are geographic to that level. That's all nonsense.
Right.
It's nonsense.
I'm glad we agree on that level. That is nonsense. But I think
I was trying to say where it comes from. That's all.
I think that it may have branched from that maybe in the past, because I don't really know the origin of it. I know I was taught it and bred it over through the streets over the years. But the geographic I was taught never really had to do with money and feeding and surviving and all that, and somebody coming in. And if it was that deep rooted with that, why we never take the Chinese man or the Dominican man or the real cats that's coming in our community that's not from there to war on a geographic tip that's taking our money? So I don't think it had nothing to do with paper. That's why I think it's BSGS. I think it's just some false sense of empowerment that someone wants to have. They're better than the same kind of person. I'm better than you because I'm from this corner and you from that corner. I think it's all BS. I don't think it got nothing to do with nothing principle, nothing about no surviving, no money and nothing. That's to be honest.
I respect your honesty. But your honesty can be wrong, though. You can honestly people can be wrong.
Well, just answer why, if it was that deep rooted about that, why we don't be geographic with the real people that's taking the money out of our community.
Because you're not educated enough. And the ones that are in business do take advantage of it. They manipulate the mess out of people. The ones that are in that position, they do capitalize. You have a lot of great people that spin, flip, and manipulate the business when they get in position to be in business. We're running late to get in business. But trust me, there's a lot of crude businessmen that's in business. Then we about to pop over here, pop up over there, pop over there. But I don't think none of us is popcorn. I mean, we all get in position, we strike, and we strike oil and we strike gold a lot of times. So I ain't talking down none of mine, man. I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is, we don't have the knowledge. So we fight amongst each other like tribe did in Africa. With all the riches in it back in the days, we was steady fighting each other with all this gold, the diamonds, the oil. We didn't know how to monetize it properly. And due to our ignorance, them people came in on that race to success. See, and it's trickling down to this. Only now you asking me, why is it that we don't take advantage? And how come I'm saying that it's nature? It's nature for a person to be Geo. Even in your household. It go down as far as your household, man. And I don't think it's the direct wrong in being that.
For example, talking about carving your space up, right?
Yes.
I agree.
Yes. Even in your household.
I agree.
You understand
That's
what I'm saying?
geographic.
Right.
I get you.
Especially if you got a family like mine.
Right. Right. You go
And
on?
you got,
Which I'm talking. We
you
back
got,
at it. Love you too.
you
All
got,
right. Be safe.
you
Be
got,
careful
you
too.
got 8 to 12 kids in your house every day. Sound like Allah, right? And you got 8 to 12 people in the household. You got at your room in the bathroom, and you don't got 3 bathrooms in your house. We had 2 bathrooms in my house for 12 people.
Right.
That's your geographic starts right there. You might come home, eat half your hoagie, leave the other half in the refrigerator. Somebody come move your hoagie off your family. They disrespect you. They cut your territory. Change the food project. All that taking stuff brains off outside. We gotta cut that stuff out of there. Let that stuff go, man.
So is it any pros with being geographic?
Yeah, it's pros to be a Jet. I like the Sixers. I'm Geo Philly. Philly against anybody.
What's the
Yeah.
pro though? What's
The
the
pros
pro in
in it
it?
is that I'm a home team. I'm with my family.
Okay. What's the
Yeah.
benefit of being that way?
The benefit of being that way is together we shall rise. So,
Or together you should fall.
and that's fair.
Right.
That's fair. Ain't nothing wrong with falling together.
Right.
Effort is what counts. Effort.
So I'm glad you use sports, right, as an example, right? Because is it too extreme geographic when it comes to picking a sports team that you may like to be the best or may be the better team, and you just pick it just because you from that town, and the teams are definite losers, and you're that geographic that you never want to be a part of losing team, but you'll settle for because of the concept of being geographic. Because a lot of Philly people do this. It's be way better teams that they can rock with.
Everybody everywhere does that for the most part.
Right.
Most people, like the
Yeah,
Knicks,
everybody. Not my
and they ain't
fault.
winning
You're
50
right.
years.
Everybody.
You take a
You're right.
lion, on the plains of Africa. Another lion cannot come in against his jurisdiction, right? You take a linebacker on the football field, a wide receiver can't come in his jurisdiction.
Right.
You take your household, a person can't come across your threshold without your permission, can he?
No.
That's Geo. I hate to go to the extreme, but now supersize that a little bit. That's all you gotta do. People take that and add ignorance into it now. Because there's nothing wrong with being Geo.
Is a
The pros in it is, I'm telling you, like the Dragon Spirit, the pros in it is together we win. Hey, together we fall too, but there's nothing wrong with
Gotcha.
falling together. It's the effort that counts. Because the effort is to win.
Right.
Not the effort is to lose.
Right.
So losing is part of the game, man.
Right. So look at it from this perspective. This is a part of being geographic too. Can it hinder in a sense of when a person is trying to venture out and do different types of business, and you're forced to mingle with people from all over, right? Can that concept be so deep rooted to the point it gets extreme in the sense that it interferes with regular interactions that can potentially be beneficial with others, and because of the fact they're not from your demographic geographically, you know,
Hey, homie, dig
you
this,
hold
right?
something, you know what I mean?
You can OD on, listen, man, you can OD on anything, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You drink too much water, you will die. You understand? You can OD on anything.
Right.
So, too much is too much. Overdoing is overdoing. You gotta know when enough is enough. You understand what I'm saying? So, can't, you shouldn't never overstep your bounds.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
So,
So I know how far I can go, and sometimes I may overstep my bounds. And when I do, I know I'm out of pocket. Like
right.
anybody else, if I go outside my jurisdiction and I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, I know it.
Hey, let
I'm
me
in
stop. Let me
violation.
stop you right there, Khan.
Yeah.
It. I swear by Lord of Kaaba. It's not. This is no. This is nothing. I'm talking in direct. I swear by Lord of Kaaba. I see how you're answering this, and it's coincidental that I get what you're saying. Wallahi, I'm not triggering in on that. We both know what we talking about. But I'm gonna say this. I'm saying in this sense, anybody venturing out, going to
Phone
in
died.
any kind of whatever,
Phone died.
you still on here.
Can't.
I see you. Hey, listen, we gonna wrap up though, right? It's been fun, but the time is up anyway. We gonna be back here Friday, man. We might got a treat for y'all Friday, but we gonna read this.